my mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now, do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. Before a second I can feel like this, make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. Before a second I can feel like this, make me feel like this. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeling your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind, and I won't let you go. I need you by my side. I'm done, I'm gone, so don't run from the truth. You're lost, now I know you played me just like a fluke. I still can't believe you had me on a leash, cutting all my teeth with all the lies you bring. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind, and I won't let you go. I need you by my side. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries as we'll fall now. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And now we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Today is July 29th, 2024, 8:53 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Good to see you all in chat, my beloved pearls. Good to see you all. Thank you for your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube, anywhere in the world right now, and you chose to be here. So thank you all for that. Good to see you, Smiley. Haven't seen you in a while. Hello, hello. All right. So back on the Sebastian Rogers case. Still learning little things here and there from people in the community, shall we say, in the neighborhood, and all of that. The other day, I was live, and you guys had said, Justin, you've got to see this video. And I haven't watched it yet because I kind of just want to get my first reactions on it. Thank you, Drew. And it is by our friend Silver on the Scene. And when someone does a video, just out of respect, usually like to, before I play it or anything like that, I like to give, 24, 48 hours for the peak, to them to get their views more or less for it. So anyway, we're going to review some of that because it's in line with what I wanted to speak about tonight. Tar says, I watched it. Wowsy. I have not. I have not. We're going to watch it. For you guys in the chat and the replay crew, thank you so much. The Silver on the Scene is a local, nice Southern gentleman, as I say. His link is provided in the description. Make sure you go over, subscribe to him. If you are interested at all in the Sebastion Rogers case, he is a local to the Hendersonville, Tennessee area. So if you are not yet subscribed to him, please do. Um he just wants Sebastion found. He is a newer creator, and anytime I feel like there's a good one out there, I always try to send people that way. Because we know that there's some that's not so great on here, but anywho, before we get started, if you don't mind hitting that thumbs up button, greatly, greatly appreciate it. Pointer Lover says, did he start his channel on this case? I I don't know. I don't want to say I would I don't know. I don't want to tell you what, because I he may have had, I don't think so. I think he had a channel prior, but he took interest in finding Sebastion, and he has really poured out his heart and his soul and his wallet, frankly, for driving and getting a lot of the answers that, for a lot of us who are not there, really helps with our answers. Soldier Girl, where have you been? Where have you been? I have not seen you. Oh, he does, Deborah? He lives in Atlanta? Wow. That's amazing. That's even more amazing, if you ask me. Um, just a good guy. Sometimes you can just feel someone's energy, and I'm not like the type of person that's like, "Oh, I can feel your vibrations," or anything like that. But you just get a sense of goodness whenever you listen to him and you hear him speak. So the rain got me in pain. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Soldier Girl, honey. Uh, it's really bad, really bad. Exactly, because certain creators talk terribly about him. Karen, it just blows my mind. It really just blows my mind how, this is the thing. It's so easy to put someone down. It's so easy to put someone down. You have no idea what another person is dealing with in their within their heart, within their life. It's so easy to put someone down. How about building people up? How about that? How about that? Not everybody has bad intentions. You know what I mean? That's right. Lift others up. Damn, we're all struggling at times, right? All of us. You don't get out of this life without struggling. Build each other up. It's so easy to just be like, oh, tragedy pimp, oh, this, oh, that, oh, you're doing this. Please miss me with it. Don't give the negativity even a second of your such a rich life that you have. We are going to be dead in less than 100 years, right? Probably a lot before that, right? Don't support people like that, in my opinion. I'm not giving an ounce of them my support like that. Not doing it. I am so grateful to people like Silver on the Scene. I am so thankful to people like Terry Lynn. She gets it all the time. Oh, she circles in parking lots and uh just goes around and whatever. Apparently you haven't seen her pull, 50 ticks off of her, because I've never gotten a tick in a parking lot, let alone 40 or 50. It's just so easy to tear someone down. So easy. Why? For what? It really, honest to God, it's really the content of a human's heart that we see more when we are online than any other time, because it's behind a keyboard, or those people do this that tear you down. Well, blah, 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 blah. Won't even show their face. You know what I mean? Just start screaming and ranting and raving. 95% of them that scream and everything like that won't even show their face. Won't even show their face. Why? For what? What's it doing? How is it enriching your life, the other person's life? How is it enriching them at all? It's not. It does nothing other than creates hate, breeds more hate, negative breeds more negative, right? Love breeds more love. And that's just it. And listen, we don't have to agree with everyone. A lot of people may not like me. That's fine. Absolutely fine. But why do we have to constantly just bitch at each other? Bitch at each other. I mean, I get it. We're not perfect 100% of the time. None of us are. But I always say majority rules. It's who you are the majority of the time. And really, people behind, whenever you can be safe in your home, behind a keyboard or whatever, human beings are naturally more aggressive because they feel safe. But I guarantee you, if we looked at each other in the eye and we was right in front of each other, we wouldn't have this problem with whoever. You know what I mean? For what? You know what? If you are a believer in good, anything that is good, right? then you can't be just a terrible human being. You just can't be a terrible human being. Um, I personally, I was brought up in a very religious, really religious family, several pastors in my family, and I don't really, I'm still very religious and all of that, but I I don't want to, I'm not trying to preach on you or anything like that, but I just feel like anything good is from God, if you will. And if you're a believer in faith or you believe in something, you should want to believe in good, right? And if that is what you call yourself, then do it, right? I don't care what anybody is doing. I did never expect to get on this tangent, guys. Didn't mean it. Um, I was just responding to someone. They was just talking really bad about, you know, something about silver, and I was like, why? But if you're not hurting children, right? You're not hurting animals. You're just not hurting someone who can't fend for themselves, right? Kids, elderly, right? Animals, um, mentally, physically disabled. l- Those people worry about, right? The the nasty people. That's what we have to stand up for. But if it's not involving you, hurting you, just let people live. Let them live. Um so anyway, um I guess I'm off my soapbox now. I did not expect that to happen. I just cannot believe like people just put people down, and it's like move on, move on, you can choose two different ways in life, right? One of the greatest sayings is if you don't have anything nice to say, like don't say it. We don't have to say everything that is on our mind. If I may not care for someone, I don't have to get on here and be like that crazy person from Tijuana. You know what I mean? It's like, why? Why are you letting someone from way yonder like really mess with you? Like mess with your soul. It's amazing to me. Amazing to me. Anyway, I appreciate those that are good souls. My pearls here, and there's so many good people out there. Keep being a voice for good. Keep being a voice for what is right. Don't let children, animals, anything or anyone that can't fend for themselves, stand up. Even if your voice shakes. Someone said that. I can't remember who says that. I'm sorry. I can't. But even if your voice shakes, stand up. Just what you got to do. Can't steal my joy, and my glitter makes it better. My motto. Yes. I always say glitter makes everything better, right? Uh, one of my friends used to say, you got a hunchback, throw some glitter on it. Everything makes life better. All right. Anyway, thank you, Silver, on the scene, for driving from Atlanta or wherever you are. I appreciate that. Marlena says, I don't know what happened, but Silver is a sweetheart. I don't, nothing really happened per se. I just got on a soapbox for a minute. I don't know. The devil don't like a smile. That's right. That's right. My mouse is giving me a fit again. All right. Credit goes to Silver on the scene. Link is provided in the description. Thank you, Kat. Thank you so much. All right, guys. And this video is entitled Sebastion Rogers, More Details on Security Footage known as, quote, the flashlight video, What We See.
Make you understand this video that I believe,
We're going to talk about it.
Allegedly, in my opinion, is very key to solving this case and to giving us answers as to what happened to Sebastion between 6:30 p.m. on the 25th and 6:30 a.m. on the 26th. Okay, so let's start with this. Okay, so what you're looking at here, we'll start right over here, is 1001 Stafford Court.
Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up
This is
button,
from Google
please.
Image. Hey, every bit of this is alleged, and in my opinion,
Everyone says it's a great video. I haven't seen
doing
it.
as much research as I can to help bring Sebastion home, get answers as to how and why he disappeared, and hold those two to justice. Hold them accountable for their actions.
Amen.
So you can go to Google Maps and you key in 1001
Hallelujah.
Stafford Court right here. So this is the camera, the security camera that has captured the footage, as we all know, to be called flashlight video footage. So what is it looking at? It's basically there for this driveway and the cars they have parked there. You'll see there's 3 cars here, a boat. So they have things they want to protect, and they've got.
Debbie, thank you, my dear, for gifting 1 pearl necklace. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate that. Love you to pieces, Debbie. Thank you for your support. Really do appreciate it, my dear. If you received that, please give our sweet
This
Debbie a big
camera
thank
watching
you.
over that. But here's the field of view. After it shoots its driveway, it continues on, and it captures all of this area here as well.
Right.
To take note, particular is right here, specifically here.
We do. Thank you,
To
Debbie.
take note. Now, remember, whenever this image was shot for Google, it says July 2023, so a year ago, summertime, imagine the trees like this versus this. And it's critical because if it was shot now, you wouldn't see what I'm going to highlight later. So right in here is a point of interest. Here's a point of interest. And this right here. So there's a drainage ditch. Okay. So right here is very important. We'll hit on that a little later. So let me go all the way around and give you complete view here. You come into the neighborhood this way, you've seen on my videos, and you take a left onto Stafford. As soon as you take that left, this house is to your left.
Mm-hmm.
And as you go through Stafford and you take this turn, one home here, and this roof, this beige roof, that is the Proudfoot home, Sebastian's home. Okay? We'll zoom in here really quick and show you this. We're going to take note of this. This,
thank you, Chris,
my friends, is the key to why I'm showing you more on this flashlight video. Okay? So let's take a look at this. All right. Sebastion Rogers, 153 days missing. Let's keep the awareness alive.
Way too long, y'all.
We're going to go here. All right. So this is a video you may have seen on one of my other videos. Let's play it and discuss. So this is the home where the video shot from, and this is the angle you see. And it leads right back to the Proudfoot.
Brenda, I believe law enforcement may have told Seth to go along with the trash truck, that they know they want KP and CP to believe that they don't. You know, I have wondered if, as well, to be quite honest with you, they, even if they may have not even told Seth to go along with it, that they may have convinced him otherwise, because they never expected for the public to get the video that we got. But the friend of the home, it was the one that gave it to Nick Barris. So I wonder if that is why they were like, oh, it's no evidence, or if it's of no evidentiary value. But he says it could be later. Right? I take that in two different ways. One, it may be of evidentiary value, but it's just not evidentiary value right now, but it will be maybe later on when they get to court. If they get to court, right? Or B, that little part that we seen, maybe not much of evidentiary value, but the other parts, which we seen a tiny snippet of what they have. I know that. Very tiny snippet. I know that law enforcement didn't just take on most of these cameras. They took all of Saturday and Sunday as well, going into like day and night, which in my opinion, that tells us they're looking for something else, right? Something else. I think the trash truck come from CP and KP. Diane, thank you so much for 3 continuous months of support. Really, really do appreciate that, my friend. I love being a pearl and Justin, you're the best. Thank you. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you, my dear. Appreciate you. Very sweet of you. So I think that is what that is about, in my opinion.
So don't tell me or try to make me believe that wasn't Katie coming with a flashlight to remove Sebastion from the home. Okay. Noticing here, I guess fifth wheels are popular. You saw in one of my videos just down the street a couple of miles, one's for sale. So let's back up. And two things I want to show here. Right here. Okay, number one is
Tina.
This is the Proudfoot home. Sebastion.
Guys, sorry, you are having some good questions here. Tina says, Justin, this brings to mind people calling the tip line and no one is getting back to them. Maybe they have pretty much what they need. In my opinion, they have a hell of a lot more than what we think they do. Because one of the neighbors spoke to one of the detectives, and she wanted to tell him something, and they told him that we're not looking for that or anymore or something. So in my opinion, I think they have what they need around the house. You got me? I think they have everything that they need around the house. Okay? Let me tell you something. There are police officers in that neighborhood. Okay? You think a police officer, and I don't know if there's TBI or whatever in that neighborhood, there's people in positions of strength, right? You think they're not going to try to get to the bottom of this? They're going to get to the bottom of it. They're going to get to the bottom of this. They are. Hey, Brett. YouTuber, hello. They're going to get to the bottom of it. But again, I don't think the issue, in my opinion, has anything to do with around the house now. I think we're still working on it. Right? But like for us, right, we can't just knock on someone's door and give them, a warrant or whatever to comply. Right? Like we have to, hopefully some people talk to us in the neighborhood, or you have to build a trusting relationship with your sources. Right? So takes us a little longer. But I think it's now is just whenever that vehicle left out of this neighborhood, whenever they either went left or right. I think they went right, in my opinion. But I think they don't know where. I don't think they know where he's at this point. Obviously they don't, but.
So once again, just to make sure everyone understands the lay of the land.
Oh, we got a member up in this piece. Hey. Mesra, thank you. Oh, sorry. Almost exited out of myself. Thank you so much, my dear, for becoming a pearl. Appreciate you. Pearls look amazing on you, darling. Thank you so much for your support. Really, really do appreciate it. Y'all, please welcome our new Mesra, our newest pearl to the team. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it, Mesra. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
When you turn onto this road and you start circling around this home here, okay, this home here is the only home you'll see before you see Sebastian's home. I'm going to back up to, so that's one. Also, I want to note right here, okay, you can see right here, and this is going to be important. This home has cutouts, windows in their garage doors. I'll explain that in a little bit. And then here, this is the key. You can see it. Now, this is.
Oh, of course, of course they have. Yes, Roxy, of course they have retched outside of the neighborhood. Of course. I'm sure that they have pulled data from every phone. They have collected data from every tower in that area, right? They have gotten warrants on everything. So, absolutely. But again, just because you have that doesn't mean you know where he is, unfortunately. I do too, Deborah. I do too. And let me tell you something. I would I've begged to be honest with you. I've begged for just me to know, like privately. You know what I mean? And I don't blame him. Because if you sign something and you can get in trouble, and I think that's when Nick Barris was asked, where did you get that? And Nick said, I'm not telling my source. Because when Eric asked Nick that, Eric knew that the neighbor hadn't given it out, but she had given it just to her friend, and her friend betrayed her trust. And can you imagine your friend betraying your trust? This is your friend who you sent this to, who you would have not expected someone like your friend to do that, because they was just looking. The neighbor just wanted her friend to look at it so they could talk about it and kind of go over it together. Sometimes you think it's a friend and it's not as much. Justin CP got to work early that day, he said. Maybe Sebastian's money at the job site. I don't think it would be at the job site. I think he would be rather. I don't think he's going to be at the job site. I'll just say that. Lakeside Lawyer, thank you so much for your support, my friend. Thank you for your focus. Thank you. Really do appreciate your support, my dear. Thank you. All right, let's continue. Ginger Girl, welcome, my dear. Thank you so much. Is that your little dachshund? He or she is so gorgeous. I had a little, I call them wiener dogs. I had a little wiener dog years ago. Her name was Chloe. She was a short haired though.
This was shot a week ago yesterday. So this is a little over 8 days old right here. So this is all the trees grown up right here. Okay.
You know, someone just wrote, so I'm sorry, I'll quit talking in a minute. We'll play this. But someone said Silver thinks Mississippi. I think we need, if it takes 1,000, 2,000 of us, we need to get together and walk the fucking highway, pardon my French, but from Hendersonville to Mississippi if we have to. Even if it takes us years. We need to get off every exit. Yeah, that's a lot of work. But we can, we could do it. Francisco, my darling. Thank you. Good to see you. Law enforcement is building a case, in my opinion. Thank you for keeping Sebastion Robinson. Thank you for your support, my dear. Really do appreciate that, my dear San Francisco. Because I absolutely think, there's two ways you can look at it, okay? There's two ways you can look at it. The average person, when they are discarded, are generally 25 miles or less from where they were unalived. 25 miles or less. Now that's a lot of place. That's a lot of place, right? Hey Teresa, good to see you. It's a lot of place. Hey Blue Love. Ben George, baby kisses. Hello. But then you have to think of people like Letitia. She drove Gannon's body literally across the country. It's a big risk. It's a big risk, right? To have a decedent in a car and having someone getting pulled over, right? An accident, right? Someone seeing you, them in the car or whatever. I mean, think about Stephen Stearns. He kept Madeline in the front car in the broad daylight, sitting up, slumped over, deceased. It's beyond. Now, it was nighttime. It's February, right? It's February. So you're generally don't get pulled over when it's raining real hard, right? It's cold. You don't have some people still get pulled over, yes, but you just generally, police usually don't want to get out in the shit, to be honest with you, right? So he could have. He certainly could have. And that's why I've always said why did Chris and Katie why were they more comfortable being at that in their motor whatever fifth wheel, right? Why are they more comfortable in their fifth wheel than they were at their house? And they will have you say, well, we didn't feel safe at our home. No, mother chicken, that wasn't the reason. That was not the reason. I would feel more safe in my $650,000, $700,000 home than I would in that little pop can that you was in. Right? Because everyone knew you was there too. So why did they feel more comfortable in that camper? Was it because they may have knew where Sebastion was? Did they feel like Sebastion is in the Hendersonville area and that's why they wanted to get away? Or did they feel more comfortable in Mississippi because they could watch something better? I don't know. They're not in the camper anymore. No. 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 But there was a reason. There had to be a reason. And I think, I'll be honest with you, in my opinion, on February 26th, I think Sebastion was taken out of that house. And looking at my calendar here. And on February 28th into the 29th, I think wherever he was at was finalized. Wherever he was taken out of that house. And then I think 48 hours later, he was put wherever he was put for a while. You get what I mean? There is no man that gives a wooden nickel about a camper within 48, 72 hours when you just got there. You're not going to leave your wife. They need to be as far away from the scene as possible to distance themselves if nothing happened in their home other than him walking out. That would stay in the home. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe. My mouse is not working. Thank you, Lakeside Lawyer. Thank you again, my friend. Really do appreciate your support. So it's more likely statistically, it's more likely that he is within 25 miles of the home, right? If they searched 5, maybe a little bit out of the 5-mile radius, but I don't know. I think he's obvious. I mean, people have looked over. Please feed the mouse some cheese. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get me one. I think it's on its last leg. But I can tell you, and I would bet anything, in my opinion, that child did not walk out of this home and walk in the woods cold and barefooted. Not a chance. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. No. Mm-mm. We need to pick up my camper, or I went to pick up my camper. Or within 25 miles of Horn Lake. I mean, you got to think. You see, Chris was gone 17 hours. 7 of that driving, right? He has 10 hours. Did their home security get your no, I don't think so. Not on his own accord, no. No. Hey, Maurice. He's very well maybe in Horn Lake, Mississippi. I mean, the Mississippi law enforcement suspicious at a campground was maybe. You know, but then we got to think about how long he had, you know. See, I really want to know. I really want to talk to someone who worked with Chris, right? Knew him really well, saw him every day. I want to know, did he get a new pair of shoes? Did he get new boots? Did you start seeing him wear other shoes after Sebastion vanished? Bet. Kind of shoes did you wear to work every day? Right? Because I bet you they were real dirty. Yeah. I mean, why would a man, this manly man, right? Why would he sit his ass at Lake Horn all weekend, when he could be with his wife? I mean, that's what you're going to do. You're going to be with your significant other on the weekends. I mean, he doesn't get to see her during the week. So I'm sure he would like to have quality time with Katie, if you get my drift, and see his wife, right? Unless he couldn't be there. I wonder if they took any samples of mud or debris from the wheel of his vehicle. Be interesting. I don't know. But there's a car wash just down the street from where he stays. Real close.
We have to imagine no leaves on these trees because you could see Sebastian's home a lot better. But remember this. Okay, so let's drop that down. Sebastian Rogers, keep the awareness alive. All right, so we want to click here now. Not to be redundant, but just to get a full picture. You've seen this before.
Okay. Blossom to the office, please. Blossom to the office. You're being paged. We need a late slip for Blossom.
We're going to play it one more time and discuss.
Signs of activity around Sebastian's home the night he disappeared. You see two light sources, which we've circled to help you follow. For point of reference, the security camera was pointed toward the back of Sebastian's home in a common area. In the video...
Just to stop here for a second. We've been seeing everything from ground level, and as you know, I like to show the aerial view. So this is that aerial view, and you can see it's everything I'm telling you. You turn into Stafford. Here's the key that I keep pointing out. I'll show you in a minute. Here is the first home, then Sebastian's home. The drainage ditch. And here you can see the trees appear not to be as full as they are now. Okay, continue.
Common area. In the video, you see subject to...
Now, just imagine, if your kid really walked out the door, right? And you lived in a neighborhood like theirs and where you can't go through anywhere. It's a cul-de-sac. It's people you either live there, you're visiting, or you're delivering something, right? And they came to you and they said, "Oh, we've got some photos or some video rather of," you said Sebastian took a flashlight, right? You said Sebastian took a flashlight, right? Okay. Well, I've got some good news for you. On this video, we see someone holding a flashlight, some sort of light source, phone, whatever. Light. They said flashlight. Chris and Katie goes, "Nope. We would love for that to be something. Love. But that's nothing. That's nothing." Really? Because it's, coming from the direction of your home. No, it's nothing. Really? Because it's coming from the direction of your home, and there is a car that lights up and it goes out of there. No, it's nothing. Really? Well, the person who had a light also ran back toward the area of your home. Huh. Imagine that. No, it's nothing. We would love for it to be something. But if you guys find any other video, please turn it in. This is what Katie does. I'm going to show y'all after we do this video. This is what Katie does. As soon as that's mentioned, she's got her hands out here. This is what she does. She regresses. Come on.
With a light source in the lower right-hand corner. Then you see subject 2 briefly appear and move toward the first before that light source is covered or obscured by bush.
Okay, take note here. This light source and this light source.
A few seconds later, then moves out of frame. Then subject 2 reappears.
Okay, right here, subject 2 is moving, you can tell.
And follows.
But also take note here. And this leads me to my first question. Why? Why are we looking? There's an explanation why we're so close to this, and that's to show this light, because what I'm about to show you, you won't see this light source as big and bright. So let's continue.
Watch this, y'all.
Subject 1 off screen. It's a short time later, and it's very vague, but then you see one of the subjects moving quickly back through the common area, and that is it.
Okay, and that is it. Now, the real good explanation to zoom in on this is this right here. But as soon as you showed us the zoom in, like I'm doing to you now,
smaller so you
okay, you need to show the full picture. We've gone in. Let's back out. Sebastian Rogers. Oh, now we're going to back out.
All right, watch this.
Okay, so before I hit play on this and we watch it, let's discuss what we're looking at, okay? So, and hopefully if someone has seen this video, which I'm sure a lot of you may have, that you're going to see something like I did just a few nights ago, and that's why I'm making this video of what we're actually looking at. So, let me start by saying this is the, now you see we were zoomed in, okay? Remember how big this light was, okay? There's a reason to do that, to show it better, okay? Remember how big these lights were? Okay, there's a reason for that. But now we're looking at, this is what the security camera is catching, right? Just as a point of reference here so people know, right? Let's make sure we know. Right here, this camera, right? This camera. So if you're seeing the full footage of this camera, you're not just seeing those lights that we saw that was being showed by the news. No, you're seeing this. Makes more sense now, right? That immediately makes more sense. These are the cars, the trucks.
This camera right here that we're seeing does not have audio.
Mainly the boat that sit in this driveway, that I believe is the reason they have the security cam there. Okay, so just to go ahead and point these out, and we'll go a little closer in a minute, but this light is what I believe to be, allegedly in my opinion, light source 1. I do not think it's a person with a flashlight. I believe it's the home across the street, the light on their garage. These two lights, okay, are the home that you pass on the right, the one home between turning into Stafford and reaching Sebastian's homes. And these lights, I believe, in my opinion, are coming from the garage doors.
Yep.
Where they have those windows in them. Okay, so just to make sure we know what we're looking at, let's come around here. This home has a light right there. And all we can see, we'll try to go around and see.
No. The audio that he was playing is from Nick Barris, wasn't it? I think people are getting that confused.
See? Yeah, I think we see it right here. Okay, right here you're going to see that this home has these lights here. These windows cut out in their garage. Because I don't believe they have lights above their garage. And that's what we're seeing when we come back here. Okay?
Thank you, my sweet Annette.
Just back down.
Thank you, my dear. Love you.
Back. Okay. Let's play this footage and then discuss. one more time.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let me explain to you what I was seeing before and what I'm seeing now.
All right. Tell us.
Let's stop about right here. Okay.
I'm excited.
What did I see when I saw this? I see truck, some type of possible car, trash cans, boat. I see these lights. I see this light, and I see this. And this always looked like a truck to me.
Thank you,
Which
baby
it is. It is a truck.
kisses.
Okay. Now, when you watch this happen, you see that? This illuminates.
Okay.
My vision, I hate to admit really, but my vision was showing me that was just to, and when we zoom in here, that was like, it appears to be like just the top of that truck. I wasn't seeing what it actually is.
Yes.
And I was going through
Me
Facebook.
Too. That was me too. Whenever this video first came out, when that thing illuminated, I thought it was like a light behind it or something, and it was just the top of the truck until later. But when I first saw it, that was my initial thing that I thought. Annette, thank you so much for your kind comment and for 1 month of support. Really do appreciate it. And baby kisses, my dear, thank you for gifting 1 membership. If you receive that membership, please thank our beloved baby kisses. Very, very sweet of you. Okay, let's continue here.
Group, a mysterious disappearance of Sebastion Rogers, and I came across photos. And what we're looking at here is exactly what the photos are. And then I realized, thanks to that post, here's the taillight, here's the vehicle, headlights illuminating the grass.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some of you are probably going to go, oh, yeah, of course we knew that, Silvers. What are you talking about? I didn't. Now I can see this entire dark area is the car. Okay, it is the car. Now, I've always seen this tail light. I've always seen this light up. It's real easy. Of course, I saw this, but I wasn't getting a point of reference as to what it was lighting up. See that? Okay. Now we know where this home is behind it. We know where this light is here. We know that Kellen's here and you turn in. We know this is the edge of that driveway. The dark spot in here would be the road.
Thank you,
this,
Carolyn.
my friends,
thank you so much.
The grass. Now, how do we know exactly where this truck or car is located? Well, let's zoom in. Check this out. This is what really, smaller, so this was the key that got me. This is all grass, okay? This, my friends, you see this little hole here? That, my friends, is the hole to the drainage ditch. I'm not sure what that terminology is, but this is this. Check it. Check it out. What you're seeing there is this. Bam. Right? Now, here's what's crazy. All this grass can be illuminated, and you can be like, where are we really? What you need a point of reference, is my point. You need a point of reference, right? Here it is. So let's go back, and then we'll come back. We're back and forth here. Okay, so look, here it is. So here's grass, and then so the truck headlights are facing directly at this right here. So what does that mean? Think about it. You turn in, and you pretty much keep your angle. right? Now we're seeing this light, okay, off to the right. So that truck, I believe it to be the truck, Chris Proudfoot's truck, allegedly, in my opinion, is doing a couple of things. It's highlighting a path for
yes.
Katie to come this way.
So he's angling it maybe for light to see a little better. You get what I mean? See a little better. Now, I'll tell you. Very good, Silver. Very good. Yes. September Virgo, thank you so very much, my friend. Really do appreciate it. Definitely so thankful that Silver remembered this video. Yes. Yes. It gives Nancy, thank you so much, my dear. Thank you, my dear. Very sweet. Do you think maybe Chris paid a camper on the 17-hour trip? I don't think so. Could be, but I mean, I don't know, you know? I mean, there's nothing that would surprise me. Whatever Chris does, he does it well. I'll give him that. Okay? Give him that. Certainly will. He does it well. Okay. Let's make this was a dirt area there. Then in February, look at Google. What do you mean a dirt area? Well, I've got some things I'm going to go back to after this, and I'm going to, it's kind of giving me some ideas. That's what that's, you know, it's so good to work together because I might see something that he doesn't, or I might think of something, you know. So that's just what it was discovered on TikTok. I was on the fifth wheel. I looked at that, and to be honest with you, like, listen, if I can, you know, I think that the TikTokers or whoever it was taking a picture of another one that looked, it was right beside of Chris and Katie's camper when they had left. I was going to answer something. Oh, thank you so much. He couldn't call to say I'm here because he left the phone. Yeah. There is some interesting stuff that. Do you think maybe Christian is okay? Thank you for that, my dear. How can I say it? There's some interesting whenever whoever was up here in this vehicle, right? Whenever they did what they, I guess, did, in my opinion, he or she told the person, go, go, go. Hurry up. Go. And that makes me, now that he's saying that, this light was a little bit over like that. I've got some thinking to do.
And in doing so, this is the angle, folks. It's illuminating this. And that was the Facebook post. Apologies, I don't have it. Go to the mysterious disappearance of Sebastion Rogers on Facebook, and you'll have to go back about a month or so, but you'll see this. And like I said, apologies, I don't have that to show you right now, but right here, that's being illuminated.
It won't, the timestamp on that video, it hard to get as evidence. Well, the good thing about that is there is 3 to 4 other cameras that have actually better, 1 or 2 of them has even better footage of this vehicle than the one we see. Oh yeah. I mean, there's the people that I've spoken to in the neighborhood have said it's so obvious. Like, are people still questioning it? And I'm, yeah. And they're just like, well, we're just kind of sitting here waiting. You know what I mean? There is, I mean, you got to remember. Okay. I'll show it to you in just a second. I'll pull it up while we play this.
So let's go back. Let's click here. And there it is. Let's watch again. The lights come on. You easily see the tail light. You see the headlight. And the more you zoom in on this, the more you see the outline. And it's almost like the color grass. You see, excuse me, that's the truck. The color grass.
Let me rewind that for a second. Sorry.
So let's go back. Let's click here. And there it is. Let's watch again. The lights come on. You easily see the tail light. You see the headlight. And the more you zoom in on this, the more you see the outline. And it's almost like the color grass. You see, excuse me, that's the truck. The color grass here you see. But see that? It's hitting right on it. Hitting right on it. Tail light. And as you back up, you can see, to give you an idea of where this truck.
No, it's not the truck in the driveway.
Right there. There's that stationary light, right? So if you wanted to kind of get an idea, Sebastion Rogers, keep awareness alive. So for you to be illuminating this and not be in the grass, who knows, maybe he was in the grass. Your truck is here and it extends to about right here, and then you still get to see this light. It's pretty amazing, folks. I think this is a huge key. But it goes back to the question. You see why Nick Barris and his news channel showed us up close so we could get a better view, but why not show us this? Right. They had this. And I believe this was released a day or two after the neighbor Bobby came on and spoke not only to JLR, but she spoke to Terry Lynn as well, I believe in the same day. So let's go to the next clip we have here, because there's 3 clips that were shared with us. Okay. And let's see what this shows. See that?
Sebastion was tiny. Poor little thing.
Let's play that again. Watch my cursor. Okay. So we'll start playing it. We'll start
I don't think it
right
was
here.
120.
Okay.
I think about
So
110.
we still see the cars. All right. We still see the lights from the house around the corner. We see the light from the house. What we're not seeing is that car or truck. I believe it to be a truck. Allegedly, in my opinion, Katie Proudfoot, Christopher Proudfoot. And so she is, this is her flashlight, and she's making her way to his truck from her home. So keep your eyes right here.
Yep.
Oh, we experienced some technical difficulty. Here we go. I'll just do it this way. See the light? See that light? Okay. Now, so justification on the Nick Barris video and his news, credit to them for that, is they zoomed in on it. And you see it much, much better. But this gives us the whole view. You know, I'll do in all my videos, lay of the land, lay of the land, lay of the land. If we don't know where the lay of the land is and what we're looking at, then it's not transparent to us and we can't understand what we're seeing. So the last piece here we'll look at, let's take a look here. This is,
I think she's walking down,
allegedly, in my opinion,
fences.
Katie going back. Keep your eyes right up in here.
Watch.
It's faint. And once again, it gives explanation why the zoomed in video is relevant. But let's watch. It's very faint, but you'll see a flash of light. There it is. Okay. And we'll see it at the beginning of the video, more so right there, right where I did the little, let's check it out. Right here. Look, folks, right there. See it? Okay.
Yeah.
So that one in particular is good to see the Barris video, because we'll leave it right there, right there, right there. It is, folks.
I'm going to work on some stuff in the morning.
What are you looking at? We'll leave it right here for a minute. We'll go back to the illuminated grass, which I think is the key. So the home around the corner, the home right before the Proudfoot home, Sebastion's home, the light source from the home that's across the street from this home. Katie now on her way back. Allegedly, in my opinion, Katie on her way back. The one part of this I don't know the answer to, and it comes to me as I do this and as I was prepping for this video, is when do the lights come on? Okay. It's called on. They're chopping this up for us, if you will. Once again, this leads me to another question. Ladies and gentlemen, this kid is missing.
Yes.
He's missing 153 days. If you know something, show and say what you know. What are we doing? I have security cameras on my home. And believe you me, if someone came knocking at my door.
The neighbors have given everything. They have given everything. They don't want to speak out, though, because they don't want they don't want the circus coming to town. You know what I mean? But they also don't want problems with Chris. He has had problems with at least 3 neighbors. With at least 3 neighbors. And one was as early as allegedly 2 days ago. They want this wrap. Trust me, there is nobody that wants this resolved more than those neighbors. But they are, some of them are terrified of him, to be quite honest with you. Because whenever he gets like he can get, it's really bad. You know, and I understand that, right? I mean, you're a very small neighborhood, right? And he, you know, would get out in the street and you just, you know what I mean? So,
in the next 5 minutes, the next 50 days, the next 2 years, morning, noon, or night, and said, we have a 15-year-old missing child.
It makes you just realize, in my opinion, what Sebastian's seen.
Will you share your video footage? Not only would I share it with them, I would open it in front of them. Well, let's sit down and open it. I haven't looked lately at what I have. Hopefully I've got something.
Yes, Mimi. Yes.
And if I've got what this is, I'm sharing it. So we don't know how it got into the news hands from the police,
storyteller,
LA,
yes,
or what. We saw a zoomed in version of it. I actually created a video. Actually, I've done 2 videos now that I think about it. The I've used that footage on 2 different videos. One was part of a larger video. The other one was the entire video, because originally I thought this was coming from across the street of the Proudfoot home, and I was wrong on that. It is coming from the house at 1001 Stafford. So this video is shown, and they cropped it in. They cropped it in. Was it cropped in and given to the news channel? Possibly. Bobby, the neighbor. Thank you, Bobby, for coming on. No. Silver's asking the other neighbors to come on.
Also, there is a lot of, I mean, when I say new, I don't mean like since Sebastion has vanished, but there is a lot of like 6 or 7 families that hasn't been there like a extended amount of time, right? And they're just, you know, most of these houses, you know, they're family homes, right? I mean, so
if you know something, you say something. You see something, you say something. Bobby came on, spoke with JLR. Later that night, spoke with Terry Lynn. And
thank you, Bridget.
The next day or a few days later, what we've just seen, this full video,
feel better, Daisy,
was revealed to us. Now, once again, chopped up, okay? Chopped up. Let's get right here. Let's play this. But it's better than nothing. So let's take a look. And boom, there it is, folks. Let's do that again.
We're going to look at something in a minute.
Boom.
There it is.
There is a car, a vehicle of some sort. Allegedly, in my opinion, it is the Chris Proudfoot truck coming in from Memphis somewhere between 3 and 3 a.m. in the morning of the 26th. Getting Sebastion from Katy.
All right, now let's talk about this, okay? Let's say that is anywhere from 2:30 to 3:30 in the morning. How is Chris there at work at 5:30? That's the thing. These private investigators, that one guy, I don't know him. He was on X. He says that Chris was there at 5:15 in the morning. If he was there at 5:15 into a brand new neighborhood, and so yeah, Ramona. So if Chris was there at 5:15, right? This would had to have been earlier. K-Mac, to be honest with you, I don't either, to be quite honest with you. And it's because I have not been able to confirm it. And if I can't confirm it, I can't feel like it's just another question. Same time zone, yes. The camera footage was earlier. Remember that? What do you mean earlier? Elisa, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't make any sense for Chris to be at work at 5 o'clock in the freaking morning. It doesn't make any sense. Unless this is earlier. I'll try to find if we can nail it down to a better time. I think this might be a little earlier. Now think about this. If this is earlier, this camera, Chris or whoever, we'll just say, leaves and goes to Memphis, right? On his way. Great question. Why would a coworker be there that early? Good question, SL. And this is the thing. They say 100% he was there at 5:15. 100% confirmed is what they say. Now, I don't say that. I want y'all to know that. But if this is earlier, let's say this is earlier, right? Well, then, if he went towards Memphis and he did what he did with allegedly Sebastion, was he just sitting in that parking lot waiting to start work? Or see, I can't imagine them covering for him, to be honest with you. See, I don't buy that. I don't buy them covering for him, and I'll tell you why. One, they don't want to go to jail themselves. Number two, remember his job was up in the air. Why was his job up in the air? Why was his job up in the air? Could it be that he may have not showed up for work one time? A no call, no show? I don't know. Literally up in the air, Debbie. The recorded call seems so planned, in my opinion. Well, yes, he was acting allegedly erratic, but I mean, I can see why he would have been I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think, again, if he is involved, he had to be at work. And I think that's the reason why, because the question is, remember, he says he was in his crane whenever Sebastion when she got the call from Katie at 6:03. No. How did you get a call at 6:03 whenever you can't start till 7? Now, we know that's a bullface. Yeah. Now let's think about this. He says he was up in the air. They're talking to him through this here, and Katie's talking to him through this here. At that time, did he page? I've never heard anybody talk about this. Did he page anyone at 6:03 in the morning if he's up in the air? Did he page anyone on the ground and say, I can't take orders right now, I've got to call 911? Not allowed a personal phone up in the crane. He takes it. He takes it. Through his walkie-talkie or whatever. Because we know at 6:03 Katie calls him. The cops do not or are not at Chris and Katie's house until after 7 a.m. Which means he's not going to get off the phone with Katie the entire time, right, Chris? Katie? I know he's not in his crane till 7 a.m., but I'm just saying, we're playing this out. But we're just going by what he says. He says he's up in the air whenever Katie calls him saying Sebastian's missing. He really screwed up on that one. Really screwed up on that one. So at 6:03, he's up in a crane. Sebastian's missing. Sebastian missing. Hang on a minute. Let's three-way and call a non-911 number. 911, how can I help you? If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Right? Katie's driving around, doing whatever she's doing. And then what happens? Chris says, hurry up and get back to the house. The police are almost there or on their way. Well, how do you not know that, Katie? You're on the phone with him. No, Sammy's girl, it's the same time. Memphis and Hendersonville, same time. No, that's not what she said. She said she didn't say Sebastian missing. Sebastian's missing. So she said, I can't find him. Right. So Chris is saying he's up in this crane. Doing all of this. And then he had to be up there talking about an hour on the phone with her. Now tell me this. If you are let's say he was at work at 5:15. Roth, I think that's could be a very big possibility. I'm sorry, Jer. I'll be there in just a little bit. Sorry. Was already gone. Why would KP go out looking? All right, so let's talk about this. Let's say Chris was there at 5:15, like the PIs say they 100% know. So he's going to wait around 48 minutes. He's going to wait around 48 minutes and he's going to get a call. And that's going to be from Katie. right? He gets a call. I can't find him. Hold on. Let me call the non-911 number. That is around 6:15 to 6:30-ish. Chris is calling emergency services. Something has to be going on between the two of them. Because clearly they're not on the same line the entire time. Right? It's almost 7 o'clock. The cops show up. And what does Chris do? Clocks right in. He clocks right in. The only reason you're going to clock right in at 7 o'clock, whenever you have your wife just called you frantic and said your 15-year-old child in your home is missing, is that you need a really good effing alibi. That's the only reason your ass was sitting there at 5:15 in the morning waiting 45 minutes is because your ass needed to be clocked in at 7 o'clock. And you're going to be a big ass groucher than you already are because you ain't slept in 2 or 3 days. He was a big ass grouch because he hadn't slept. Right? You were either already in Hendersonville or you weren't. And if you weren't, you had to drive back to Hendersonville, pull up right here where we see, do what y'all did, and then, hey, True Sleuth, how you doing, darling? Did what you did, drive back, do something either before you hit the highway or somewhere along the highway or somewhere in Mississippi. You got to work early. You're waiting for 6 o'clock to happen, waiting for that call. You call the non-911 number, and then at 7 o'clock, you clock in because you need an alibi. Did he had new boots on? Did he have new shoes? Was he wearing different shoes than he normally wore? I wonder. SL, great question. Why would a coworker be there that early? That's right. He could call to say I'm here because I read that one. Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. We greatly appreciate it.
And taking him back to Memphis. We'll take it all the way to the end, and you can see it is illuminating that drainage cement that runs off into that ditch, that hole, illuminating that. And that was the key to showing you this video, to take it from what I've originally looked at to what I was originally seeing to where we are now. So, first question, why were we not shown this originally? Second question, why, after Bobby did her interviews and we were shown this, is it being shown in choppy form? And if the answer to both of those are because of the investigation to put these two to justice where they belong, I'm okay with that. However, as I've said in other videos, if one neighbor shares what they have in full to everyone, then maybe that will motivate others to share what they have in full to everyone. When Bobby did her interview, which I thought was great, she was open. She answered questions. She didn't divert from questions. If she didn't know, she said she didn't know. I was hoping that tomorrow it would motivate other neighbors to come forth and say something. And maybe they will.
Tomorrow, we're going to do some mock timelines. Mock timelines of theories, scenarios that could or could not have happened. Is what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. For sure.
But
oh shit. Sorry.
When Bobby did her interview, which I thought was great, she was open. She answered questions. She didn't divert from questions. If she didn't know, she said she didn't know. I was hoping
I really like
that
Bobby.
It would motivate other neighbors to come forth.
She got a lot of hell from a lot of people, but I admire someone who will speak up. She didn't have to do that. She didn't have to do that. I admire Bobby, and I think there's really good people in that neighborhood. They're really good people, and they want Sebastion found just as much. She is a brave lady because, I mean, look what she says Chris did to her. Right? I mean, look what Chris did. This is a woman with her kids driving in her neighborhood. Chris jumps out in the road. What, you own the road too?
And say something. And maybe they will. But here's the thing about maybe they will. This boy is missing. This boy is missing 153 days, 5 months. If you have information that could bring him home, or if you have information that will make one or both of these two, Katie Proudfoot, Chris Proudfoot, who are totally responsible for this, make them speak and tell us where he is. We'll worry about what happened later. Let's find him. Bring him home, then get the justice he deserves. Because, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, allegedly, in my opinion, he's no longer with us. And finding him is finding the recovery of his body. But he needs to be laid to rest in peace. And then we can go for justice for him against these two, who are allegedly, in my opinion, responsible for all this. Okay. So hopefully that, as the lights illuminated that grass and that drainage ditch cement piece, hopefully this will illuminate for you guys and girls that what we're seeing, what we're actually seeing. Okay. So I'm going to recap real quick. Where the video is being shot from, what it's shooting at, specifically here, this new piece illuminated by, in my opinion, Chris Proudfoot's vehicle. Maybe it wasn't his truck. Maybe he got another car or something. As Katie Proudfoot is coming from the home, allegedly, in my opinion, carrying Sebastion, i.e. no scent, to his vehicle.
Or he was put in something.
We'll go here to my video. You can see clearly this is the Proudfoot home, Sebastion's home. Why do you see that flashlight not fully illuminated the entire time? Well, have you ever been out using a flashlight and you're trying not to alert someone for whatever reason? Who knows what those reasons are? Hopefully good reasons, not bad reasons, but you click it on, you walk a little bit, you click it off. Oh, I'm good. You click it on. So she's clicking it on and off. She's clicking it on and off, both when she's going back, when she said, he told me to run back. He did from here. He told her to run back. She's clicking it on and off.
Mohawk. Very good point. Justin, how could Chris be up in a crane half the day and also be on the phone with police like he claims? That is right. Boom. The answer is you can't, Chris. That's the answer.
FBI, open up!
There you go. You can't. Mother chicken. There's multiple reasons, but they don't want, to make a scene, a circus, because you know how people are. Bobby, what got shredded, and they also don't want trouble with Chris, right? And some of them can't speak. Yeah, he couldn't. It doesn't make sense to be there. It doesn't make sense to be there at 5:50 5:15 in the damn morning. Whether nothing happened at all. Let's say 1000% Sebastion just walked out the door. Right? 1000% Sebastion just walked out the door and there's no lights or cars here or anything like that. Still, I would want to know, why is Chris there at 5:15 in the morning? Right? Because you didn't get off the phone with him until almost midnight. All right. You had all weekend to speak to your honey boo-boo. Whether you was in Hendersonville or you was in Mississippi, you had all weekend to speak to him. Chris has to be at work early the next day. Why are you going to speak to him till almost midnight? You had all weekend to talk to him. Okay? You talked to him till midnight. By the time you roll over a couple times in bed, right? You brush your teeth, you get changed and whatever you sleep in or whatever. It's going to be 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. That's 4 hours. 4 hours. Okay? Now minus 30 minutes getting up, changing, going to the bathroom, drinking coffee or having a bite to eat quickly. 30 minutes. And 15 minutes to get to work. Well, that means you had to get up at 4:30. The absolute latest. So went to bed at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3.5 hours. Now, does that sound like Chris is going to show up an hour and 45 minutes earlier just to sit in the parking lot? He's going to show up an hour and 45 minutes later, y'all, just to sit in a damn parking lot? For what? What is he showing up there an hour and 45 minutes early for? It's a job that you should be well rested. Absolutely. Yeah. I bet you he was sleep deprived lakeside. Alibi. Yes. But I'm saying, let's say Sebastion just walked out on his own. Why are you being there an hour and 45 minutes early? There would be no reason why you would show up an hour and 45 minutes early when you could have got an extra hour of sleep. It makes no sense why you would talk to your wife up until almost midnight when you were off the entire weekend, you would say, honey, you're going to have to call me a little later. You're going to have to call me a little earlier, rather, because I got to be at work early in the morning. Right? Don't call me after 9 o'clock because I'm going to be asleep because I got to be up early. Right? So if he showed up at work at 5:15, again, I am still not convinced, but in that scenario, tomorrow we will do some mock style timelines and alibis. So please join me tomorrow, y'all. I appreciate you. I'm an hour late. I told Cher I would be there at 10 o'clock. It is 11 o'clock. So I appreciate you so much. Thank you for joining me. Means so much to me, truly. God bless each and every single one of you. We've got a lot to go over tomorrow. A lot to go over tomorrow. I want to thank Silver on the Scene. Just an incredible guy, just like Mr. and Mrs. E is, who come in chat here, just like Terry Lynn is, just people out there doing the videos for, helping us that can't, or so thank you guys, really do appreciate it. I'll be over at Shares. We're doing a case on a missing girl. It's a cold case out of Canada. Would be locked and secured at 5:15. Yes, it would, Mohawk. I agree. All right, guys. God bless each and every one of you. Stay tuned. I'll schedule it sometimes tonight for tomorrow. So be looking out for that. Make sure you hit your reminder. Thank you all for joining me. You could have chosen to be anywhere in the world, on YouTube, anywhere. You chose to be here. Thank you for your time. It truly means a lot. Justice for Sebastion. We're not going to stop. Good night.